Hey guys, I just wanted to make a little video here on some good gear management practices and with talismans and glyphs and things like that. I'm sure there's other ways to do it out there, but this way works for me and maybe it'll help someone out. We go into our inventory screen, and if you see here, hopefully you already know how to make these various boxes. I've shown that on another video, but anyway, the way I do it is I make these various boxes, and for instance I have runes, some boxes, I have toolkits, but the thing that really helps me out is I made boxes, as you can see here, that QL10 talisman fire, QL10 talisman water, seem to get a lot of those, and QL10 talismans dust. So I've got fire-based, water-based, and dust-based talismans up here, right? And what that does is it makes it really easy to to adjust your stats and to know when you're crafting what you can break down to make various things. My build doesn't do anything with healing, so you see I don't have many dust. I don't have too many dust talismans. I break them down to make healing drinks and things like that. But it just makes it a lot easier to set it up this way, at least for me. Okay, so I wanted to show this example because I actually I just picked up this blue QL10 talisman, and I stuck it in my build here and went hauling ass and just got murdered right away. What in the world? Without really looking at my stats and things like that. What happened was I ended up replacing this talisman with one that was here that was real heavy and health based. So my health was suddenly dropped down below 3,000, and that just really gimped myself. In all my testing and whatnot, it looks like even if you're a DPS class, you really need to carry at least 3 different health-based talismans. I try to carry like 1 major and then maybe 2 minor health-based talismans, still with attack value and still with the glyphs of whatever it is that we need, crit or hit or anything like that. But you need to have you really need to have at least 3 health-based talismans. Now, water always means that it's going to be health-based. It's going to be a health-based talisman. It's going to be it's going to be something that actually, that one is in the wrong spot. Anyway, let me just show you what you do is you can just put them in here, and you can see that's fire-based, right? So fire-based goes over here. Damn it. Fire-based goes in this box. Anyway, and you can see the difference here, right? Health-based is heavy health, right? 826 health for QL10, whereas a fire-based is just 354 health for the same QL10, right? So anyway, that's how it makes things a lot easier when you're crafting and knowing exactly what you've got. All right, and so I gimped myself by changing a couple talismans. Now my health is way too low, man. If you see this talisman, for instance, it's full-on attack, and that's what you'll find on these blue QL10 talismans. They're either going to be focused on just one thing: attack, health, or heals. So you got to be careful when you start going with all attack, nothing but attack. You're really going to gimp your character, man. Okay. So what you have to do is, for this instance, you're going to go ahead and we're going to equip that, and still have shitty health here. So I wanted to take some of these talismans and make sure that they are health talismans. And what you do is you always want to go in your character stats, right? You want to look and see where you stand as far as DPS. My hit rating is always very important. If we don't hit, nothing else happens. If we're glancing, all these other things don't proc. So we always want to keep a high hit rating, right? Penetration is also important. Crits, that's the last thing. If it doesn't crit, it's still going to damage, but crits are nice, but it's not something you really want to concentrate on in the beginning. You're really better off concentrating on your hit. You always want to make sure your hit is up there. But anyway, as you can see here, my crit power rating is really low. So I'm looking for, I need some health talismans with some crit power rating glyphs in them. So I know all these water talismans, without having to sit there and craft my own, I can just, and let me just tell you, glyph toolkits are extremely rare. QL10 glyph toolkits are very, very rare, man. They are hard to find. They don't drop very often. So you're really better off just instead of breaking these down to collect them and to use them to help you with your stats. So right now, crit power rating, I want to find this upper right thing, talisman that's got some crit power rating, and we look at this one. It has some crit power rating, and it's really heavy in health. So that's good for us, right? We're going to add that. Now look at our health. We've jumped up on our health, and not only that, we've increased our crit power rating. So we've done two good things here, right? Now we still want some more health. I've still got too much attack-based talismans here. So let's look here. This one is mostly attack-based. It's got some health. It's not blue, so it does have some health, but it's more heavy on the attack. If we look at my water-based health talismans, see they have what do they have here? A couple more hundred in health, I guess. So anyway, look at our stats. We still would like to see some more crit rating, right? Crit power rating. So we can look here. We want to add some health, and we want to add some crit power rating. Don't really have anything. Hit rating and penetration is always good, and that's don't really have one right now. So we could use one of our precious glyph toolkits to craft a glyph that would give us crit power. But in this stage of the game, hopefully these things are going to be being replaced with blue. So we're just going to use the best thing we've got, and I'll always take hit rating and penetration rating, and it's going to increase our health, right? It's water based, so it's going to increase our health, and it's going to add that hit and penetration. So boom, put that in there. Look at our health has jumped up, and we've got some more penetration rating now. We've got some more hit rating now. So now we have health-based, water health-based talisman here. We got a nice water health-based talisman here. And this one, we probably want to get a little more health here, okay? So let's see, right at the moment, I don't really have, let's just see what we got here. Oh, that's a lot of health, but it's got magical and physical. Not really worried about my DPS guy. This one has evade and magical. Don't really need that. But here's one. It's got a lot of health and a lot of critical and penetration rating, right? And here's one with hit and crit power rating. And remember, the reason we're doing that is because the glyph drop rates are so freaking low, man. I've been farming this place for 5 days, and I've gotten 5 drop kits. I'm talking killing thousands of mobs, man. And it's a really low drop rate. So you're really better off trying to utilize. Don't disassemble everything you get when you get to QL10. Try to utilize what you have without having to burn up a glyph toolkit, right? So anyway, we're going to add this one, crit rating. Looking at our stats here, we would like some more crit power rating. We really want to try to keep these things more balanced, or if anything, always have more hit. Okay, so we're not glancing. So once again, we'll look at this, and we'll take the one with the hit rating and the crit power rating. That's going to solve two things at once, right? It's going to help us on our crit power, and it's going to give us some hit rating, and we're not having to burn up a glyph toolbox in order to do it, right? So we put it in there. Wow, alright. Now we've got our health at a respectable level. It's over 4,000. We have got our crit rating, though, took a drop due to the fact that we removed a talisman that had a lot of crit in it. So I'm not real happy about that. You have to take that into consideration when you're removing something. You know, you're constantly trying to balance this thing. It's just easy to pick up a piece of gear, throw it in here, go into a battle, and just get murdered, and wonder, why in the hell did I just get murdered here? It's probably because you really unbalanced something in your build here. All right. So anyway, now we've got three. All my blues are from dungeons and whatnot, and they are always attack. They are attack based. Next dungeon I run or whatever, I'm probably going to want to get or whatever. I need to acquire on a reward or whatever. I need to start getting some blue health talismans to keep our health at a respectable level. You're running around with 2,500 health, man. You're not going to beat anything, okay? So you got to keep from gimping yourself, basically, and that is one thing. The other thing I want to show you real quick, I always try to keep my top of my another little tip, okay? I try to keep the top of the inventory screen cleared out. All right, I always try to move things into boxes or move things down into here or whatever. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it right now. And the reason I'm doing that, okay, the repair bills, once you start getting up to this QL10 gear, the repair bills are huge, man. Okay, so I want to show you a quick way to travel. Okay, let me show you. Let's say I just finished a mission and I'm way down here somewhere, and I've completed everything around this area, and I want to get I want to get way up here, okay? And I've done everything in this area, and I want to get up to here, and I've already unlocked these various wells in this Transylvania map, okay? So if I want to run 2,000 miles all the way across the map, do I want to go to Argartha, pain in the ass, and then have to, run back and travel the Argartha way? Would probably take even longer. So here's a little tip. What you do is you, because these repair costs are huge, man. I didn't ever have a problem with money until you start getting these blue QL10s and stuff. So what you do is you just do this, right? And then you just run up to a mob and suicide yourself. Commit suicide, and then you can respawn at some well. You're way down here. You just respawn. You can select which well to respawn at. You respawn at a well on the whole other side of the map, and it doesn't cost you anything in damage on your gear, so you don't have the big repair costs, right? It's a quick way to travel across the map and not have to incur the costs of repairing your gear. Trust me, gear costs get really expensive, especially when you're running around here getting murdered by these nightmare elites over and over again, okay? So anyway, guys, quick little video. Hopefully it helps you out. I'm going to try to make some more helpful tips and whatnot. Alright, so if you have any questions, leave them, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks.